This video will find you when it's time for you to hear this message. Here's the thing. You have been going to therapy for a while, and you have been working on your healing on the down low, kept it to yourself. You've had your journal, you've listened to the podcasts, everything, and you've made so much progress. And yet there is something holding you back. Something isn't quite hitting how it should, so that you can step fully into your new, authentic, healed version of yourself that you can perfectly envision in your mind. You know who she is, what she looks like, how she talks, how she dresses, what she does for a living. You know everything about this version of yourself. Yet, she's not manifesting. Yet, she's not coming into fruition. And I'm here to tell you there is what is missing. What is the link that is missing for you to step to leave this version of you that is unhealed, triggered, vigilant, etc., and step into this future version of you and manifest her and become her. You need to stop thinking, stop analyzing, stop replaying everything, stop planning, and start embodying those things. So that means that when you find yourself analyzing a situation that has triggered you, that's made your mood lower, made you anxious, and you find yourself trying to get to the bottom of it. Why do I react like this? Why do I feel like this? What is the root cause of my issue? Because perhaps if you fully understand and can answer all these questions, then maybe it's enough for your subconscious to let it go and for it never to repeat again. But it's not working that way. And as a therapist, I can tell you that the reasons why that is because you have not really embodied these feelings. You're not yet able to sit with the feeling without analyzing it, without thinking about it, without trying to understand it, judge it, compare it. You have not sat by yourself alone with this feeling and just quieted your mind and thought about, how is this feeling manifesting in my body? How does it feel in my body? Where is it manifesting in my body? Am I feeling this in my chest? And how does it sit in my chest? Is it like a heavy feeling? Is it a tingling? Is it butterflies? Is my throat tighter maybe? Am I clenching my jaws? How is this sensation happening in my body? And once you catch it, am I able to sit with it, accept it as being present right now in my life, in my reality? Let it overwhelm you. And here's the thing, once you do that, it washes away, because an emotion is not an everlasting thing. It doesn't last more than maybe a few minutes, and that's already a long time for an emotion. An emotion is a wave. It comes, you allow it, it fills up, you feel the discomfort, and then you let it go, and then it just dissipates by itself. You don't have to let it go. Funnily enough, this little thing, for people who have experienced a lot of trauma and who've learned to dissociate from their bodies especially, reconnecting to that is the hardest part of healing and the hardest part of fully stepping into your highest potential. The first time that you will do this, it will feel incredibly scary and overwhelming, and and it will feel like you're maybe having an anxiety attack. But in reality, I'm so sorry, my face. I just finished working out and I just realized my lips look so crusty. Just trying to be authentic here. The thing is, traditional therapy is not meant to tell you these things. When you go to a therapist, he or she's not going to tell you that what you're missing is feeling. What you're missing is connecting to your body. Because it's not a therapist's job to push you to something that you're not ready for. And that's why you go to therapy and you feel like, I might as well be the therapist. I understand why, I understand my mind. I know what's going on. I can see and hear my subconscious and da 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 da. But not entirely. And this happens because it's your mind and your brain and your body's way of protecting you. And it's protected you by disconnecting you from your body. And so you live up here. Everything happens up here. Even your emotions, your feelings, they're all up here. You know, when you feel sad, it's not something you feel in your body. You don't feel it in your throat. You don't feel it in your stomach. You don't feel it. Although these things are happening, but you're not feeling them. What you're feeling instead is you're thinking, this is messed up. I feel sad, and this is why I feel sad. And then you'll spend a long time thinking about why you feel sad. How can you not feel sad? When is this going to end? Might, I don't know, talk to ChatGPT and analyze the situation and so on and so on. But you're not just sitting with the sadness. You're not welcoming the sadness, allowing it to take over your body. Let it make you feel very uncomfortable for a while until it passes. But the thing is, your body never stopped trying to communicate with you. It has never ended the communication between your mind and body. It's just that you stopped listening. You know, your body probably feels tense. It probably feels achy in some places. Every pain that you get in your body are not coincidental. They're not random. They're places where you've stored the emotion that you refuse to deal with, whether that be in your shoulders, in your hips, in your arms, in your legs, your knees. The pain will have to manifest in some way. And as long as you try to avoid it, it just stays stored in your body. There's so many ways you can reconnect with that and release that tension, release that pain, whether that be by doing like physical exercises, you know, like somatic releases, or just meditating by reconnecting with your body. All of which take time. It's not something that can happen like that. It's just because the first time feels very overwhelming to reconnect with your body. But you can do it in small ways, you know. You can even start by just taking your hand and really, and like rubbing the top of your palm and really paying attention to the sensation, paying attention to the skin on skin contact here, whether it feels rough or warm or soft. And then you can take it another level and ask yourself, does it feel nice? Does it feel uncomfortable? Is the rest of my body tensing? Is it welcoming? Is it strange? Is it unfamiliar? All these things will tell you a lot about your current mind-body connection. Other ways that you can tell if your mind and body aren't connected are, for example, through the way you eat. This is something we do every day. How is your connection with your eating pattern? Are you able to eat only like intuitively? Meaning, are you able to eat only when you feel hungry and stop when you're full, even if your plate is still full? Are you able to pick up a packet of biscuits and just have one or two because that's all you really need? Or do you uncontrollably finish the entire pack? Are you someone who eat without thinking, meaning are you eating while you're watching TV and before you know it, the whole thing is finished and there is no connection between how you're feeling other than, I finished the packet. Those are also clues that tell you how well connected you are with your internal organs. In neuroscience, we call this interception, the ability to be in contact with, not in contact, but the ability to be in touch with what's going on inside. I remember when we did an exercise at uni, to like a basic exercise to see how well connected you are. And what you'll do, I think you need 2 people for this, but you needed a machine for this. Basically, we connected our hearts to a heartbeat to a machine, and we would, with our hands, listen to the first 10 seconds and count how many heartbeats we counted. And then at the end, the machine will tell us whether we counted correctly or not. And If your mind isn't so well connected with your body, you will struggle to get the correct number. It seems like a crazy thing. It seems like surely I can count with every beat, but our heartbeat is not regular. It's not like a constant 1, 2, 3. It's irregular when especially if you're a healthy, adult. You'll be surprised at how many people did not get that correctly, including myself, by the way. I wanted to make this video for all the people out there who have worked hard at themselves in therapy, who read about their childhoods, about different methods, about who listen to podcasts and meditation and all of this, and yet there is something that is keeping them stuck and they don't know why. I don't want you to get mad at your therapist for not telling you this, because your therapist is not supposed to tell you this, for the simple reason that if you do this too soon, if you are forced and pushed into your feelings too soon, it can backfire very badly. But I'm not your therapist. I'm just a friend telling you, hey, maybe this is why. And for you to now do what you do best and go and learn more about what is interception, the over-intellectualizing client in therapy. And by the way, I am so sure that most over-intellectualizing people become therapists, because who else better informed, has more knowledge than the person who needs to intellectualize everything, right? So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I hope it made sense, and I'll see you in the next one. I think I will start to make somatic releasing videos on this channel, because they are incredibly helpful, and make some videos about how to reconnect with the body with simple exercises, and simple guided meditations. So stay tuned. I'll see you soon. Please let me know in the comments if this correlates with you and how you feel right now.